Got all the snake in my way. Quietly put those to one side there. Yep, it's all shook up. But I'm getting in trouble for copyright by my bad rendition. Yeah, yesterday, sometimes if I'm out here anyway, and I think I'm going to paint, I go ahead and shake things up when I'm out in the morning and get them ready to go. We're just going to worry about sky portion at the moment. A lot of air bubbles in there, despite my having shook it up yesterday. There's stubborn little air bubbles as well, stubborn little devils. I wonder if they survived the great shake-up of yesterday. That one didn't want to go at all. Wait, I'll cook the paint to even try it. All right, now I want to do sort of a gray sky, but with a good amount of light in there, so I'm debated using a cup pour for it. So it actually worked pretty well yesterday. I think I'm going to do, I'm going to stick with a Dutch pour. I want little bits of color though, down in here. I want some of that red too, I think. Red. It comes out at all. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's blocked up there. It does not like me today. We're going to put that cat on now. Find it. Right now, we're going to put this cap down. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. Good. I'll put these over here so these. Get to this one too. I'm going to use this one in ages. I'm surprised if that's still open. No, it's not. Okay, okay. Be my way of clearing paint nozzles today. There we go. Oh, blob came right out of there. Okay. Golden light coming in there. Use actual gold. Actually, lavender might be better. Up here. Actually, I might even swipe this first. I'm not sure if I've got enough paint on here to really, everything is clogged today. You can tell that it's been a while since I did a painting, because everything is clogged. Alright. Every nozzle in the joint. Oh, didn't actually poke it through. I was sorry they didn't have more of Nick Hankins on that Today Show, but it was still exciting. I mean, I was there when he did his Twitch broadcast, and it was just something nice about him making it, as it were. I want some darks up in here. Want some grays all throughout. Another gray too. I didn't realize I had that one. Go, maybe some of that all up in there. Put more white on there. Got lots of white, so you know that feels a little thick to me though. This is freshly mixed. I'm going to add a little bit more water to it, even though I'll have to shake it back up. Sometimes those freshly mixed paints, it's hard to get the consistency right at first. Should be better. And do I want to swipe it first and then roll it? Might be a little safer. I did this the other day with the black paint and the cap wasn't quite on right and I got it all over myself. Ooh, got a little gray in the nozzle. I'm glad I redid that. I got the wrong thing. Okay. I'm going to actually turn this sideways to do this blow. Let's try it. Oh, Lord. I'm not feeling like I have quite enough paint. It's not moving that well. I'm going to add a little bit more. That one part's so pretty. That's because I had enough paint on that part. Let's get more in there. I was concerned about, gosh, that's pretty. I hope I can retain that. Turn around the other way. Of a soft look as I'd like. I add a little bit more paint, even more than I added, until we get just that right look. Bit of a tilt here, see what we end up with. One spot isn't moving the way I want it to. I got just a touch more paint around here. We can add a little bit more color in there. And I get the small blower for that. If I can. Oh, no, that's the flood. It wasn't even fine. have got too much paint on this poor thing. Oh, that'll teach me, but it won't really. That's okay. We'll go ahead and use the big one. I will worry about that later. Might be time for a new one of those. Okay, let's get back to a little bit of tilting here. I'm not getting quite as much of a soft look as I'd like. I might still need to swipe that. I wanted a kind of a gentler look in there. I like the top bit though. I think I can use that. Let's try a little bit of a swipe, and we might have to add more paint yet. Put some, we'll swipe it this way. Forgive me my runny nose a bit. It's getting into that season again for me. Let's get that a little more gentle. Let's try a little bit of tilting. Just to even it out a bit. I'm going to try a little bit more with this. Oh, I've got too much. Coming down there just a little bit more. Actually, you could tilt it, but then the whole thing's going to probably come down. Let's try it more to the side again. More of a vertical swoosh to it. Or in this case, horizontal, I guess. Let's turn that around. Let's see what we got here. A little better, I think. Let's do a little more tilting. Fix this part a little bit. It got a little thin here. So it might be better to bring that down a little more. This over to the side a little bit. A little better, I think. I'm not that happy with this part right here. What I could do, I might just go ahead and swipe across just that one part. See if we can even that out a little better. Ooh, that's some pretty colors in there. Shoot, I'm gonna hit that damn thing. Sorry, pardon my language. Alright, so if we can do a little bit more tilting. I'm not sure. Might need to add more paint in there. So it's chancy to tilt when you've already done a bunch of tilting. don't want to stretch it too far, but I think I'm going to add a little bit more gray paint and then do a little bit more of a sweep across there. Here. The gray isn't quite coming down far enough anyway, so let's go ahead and try that and see if we can even that a little bit more. Gonna get a mid-range gray in there. Too much mid-range now, and not enough, not mid-range. Let's get this a little darker in here and here, a bit here. Get a tiny little swipe right there. Dark up in there. And so we want to come down there. Like that. With too much, but I'm going to just smooth them out a little bit. Okay. We'll see if that'll tilt over there. Oh, and over here too. Oh. Kind of dug in there a little more than I meant to. Fix that up a little bit nicer. Use the straw a bit. Just to get some of those streaks out of there. And let me try another little tilt here, see if we can even that out a bit. And get a little bit more variety in that sky. That's all the way to the edge, good. Just stretch it down this way a bit. If it'll stretch that far. That part's stretching, I'm kind of glad about that. Turn the whole thing around like this at this point. That's a little bit more what I wanted. So again, we will leave well enough alone. There's one tiny little spot here. Just here. So I can just move that around a little bit. I'll get re-level in there. Alright, yeah, that's a little bit more what I wanted. Really dark clouds up here, then getting lighter down here. Okay. And let's see what we've got here. What I want is a kind of a really dark area down in here. Let's see what we want for that. Maybe some indigo going down in here. And about in here. come up here to do that. And some dark green. Is that my dark green or my regular green? Dark green, I'm pretty sure. Let's just do a tester bit. Yeah, that's the dark green. Okay. If I need both these colors again, so leave those where I can get to them. And let's see what else we got here. That's probably pretty much it. I'll get a swiper out. We'll use a big one for the moment. We want to switch to a smaller one at some point for details, but let's start off with this. Oh yeah, that's more paint there than what I realized. That should be plenty. Okay, one thing is I want to make sure that I get every bit of canvas covered up here at this point because I want this to be joining that sky in there. It's like I've got a funky little dot there I'm going to have to get out of there. That's okay. We can get funky little dots out of there. It's not a problem. Again, it's probably a little bit too much paint, so I might just pour some of that right on off there. Right on off there. I'm sort of get these dots over here. Stray dots. It happens sometimes. I can't tell you why I'm not a chemist. There's some reason why. When I start pouring the paint, I'll get weird little drops that seem to come from nowhere. Alright, I'm just going to pour some of this out because I put in way too much and that sky should be, oh, it's not as stable as I thought. Well, that's fine. If it's got more it can move, that's okay too. I'm surprised. I thought that sky was pretty much pretty dialed in there. Alright, where's the small one? I don't like how that dripped is my only thing. Normally I don't mind it moving a little more, but I don't like something that looks like a big drip. Just obscure that a bit. Okay. Now, is that all covered? Sometimes it's hard to tell when you've got a light background in this part whether it's covered or not covered. I'd like to add, I think, a little bit of maybe even some dark red. I'm kind of darken that up there. If I can find it. Oh, I might add some of that to right now. It's not my usual choice, but it might look... Oh, hey! We are doing, Dan, when I went to the forest about a week ago, we were driving home and we were waiting to make a left turn. And while we were waiting, I looked out the window and there was this gorgeous view of this stormy sky with these hills and the bright yellow flowers, and that's what we're attempting to do today. So let me get something that looks a little hilly. Here. That will come out. I'm not sure I want to use this color anyway. Maybe it's telling me not to. Well, you know, Dan, I looked out the window last night, but I kind of wasn't expecting that we'd get the northern lights down here, and then I found out that we did. So many people got photos from right in my area. So there's rumors it'll be back tonight. I'm going to go for it, see if I can get out there, maybe even wait to, they said between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. would be the most likely times, but man, I'm a little bit mad at myself that I didn't take it more seriously. I just thought since I was in a valley and stuff, I thought, oh, you know, they'll see it at the coast, but we won't see it down here. You know, these magnificent pictures. Oh, nice! Well, that sounds lovely. I've been doing mine a bit off and on, my flower planting. And I'm going to try strawberries this year. We'll see. Oh, this does not want to clear out. I can still see it's nowhere near cleared out. There's a tiny little hole in there. So what I wanted was just something to lighten this up without getting it too light. Oh. maybe I didn't clear it enough. I thought I had. I thought I saw daylight coming through that nozzle. Maybe not. Okay, I am going to give up on this. I wasn't even sure I wanted that color. Oh, you know what would be better, I bet, is, gold. Look at yellow ochre sort of thing. I think that's what I got in here. That might be better to give those hills a little bit of definition, like here and there. Okay. Let's try that again with this. Boy, that is not swiping at all. It's kind of sticking up funky. Oh, we got through, which episode? Episode 6 or 7 of Fallout. Anyway, we got through the next Matt Berry episode, so that was interesting, of Fallout. Still enjoying it. Okay, let me see if I can do this. I've heard that's something that it actually looks better if you'd see it through the camera. But I think one problem was I was looking north, and the articles all said look north, and the people that posted it said it was west. The very top layer, but this bottom part here, I like the colors and stuff. Yeah, and normally on that sort of thing, it's like right, you know, like if you're at the coast and it's right along the horizon, but this was apparently way up there. So I'll try again tonight. I was thinking I'd maybe take a long nap in the afternoon and try and just stay up for it and go out there and see. But yeah, pretty exciting stuff, it looks like. What's going on out there, huh? Talk about your once in a lifetime chance to see something. That is not quite right. I'm gonna grab, let me grab some of this paint off here. Actually, that's not that bad. Need to fix that a little bit there. It's actually going surprisingly well for me. This part had just a little bit of trouble there. I like the way that looks, though. If I can get that to look like that, I'll be one happy little person. Okay, that is actually getting pretty much the feeling I want. So we won't, as usual, we're going to try not to press our luck too much. Interesting. There's quite a difference too between photos I take with my phone and photos I take with my regular camera, and it's not exactly what you think. Sometimes the phone ones seem to have more lustrous colors in that, but that might be my phone setting. I mean my camera settings. I might have my camera set to be more like real life, more daylight, whereas the camera might be set to be a little bit more saturated. So I'm not sure if that's me or my settings or the difference between the cameras. Of course, my larger camera is much older, so it could be just advances in it, you know. somebody posted, what did they post? I saw it, Emer. Trying to think. Somebody posted about that, and oh, they saw it as far south as Joshua Tree, which is way in the south, isn't it? Isn't that like near San Diego or something? I was very surprised. I didn't think it'd be anywhere near down that low. Okay, now what I'd like to do here is some foliage. But yeah, super surprised about that one. I need to test that again. No, it's fine. I want to get like a layer of foliage and bushes and stuff down in here. Or start with the flowers. Then I'm going to put some trees in front, but I may not do those this go around. I may wait till till it dries and then just add the last few trees in the foreground. I think I should do, even if I come back this afternoon and do them, it might be a better way to go. So this is sort of a middle ground between the far off hills and some closer foliage and stuff. Let me get I have to get a popsicle stick instead of this. But I think today's supposed to be quite hot too here, like another day in the high 80s. So when that happens, usually I have trouble with the pour paint. So that's why I wanted to pour this morning. And then if I can, I'll get out and just do regular painting this afternoon. I want to get some things that look a little bit bushy but not too blobby. It's a fine line. Yeah, same here, Emer, same here. What I thought I'd do is just, like I said, stay dressed, take a long nap, and maybe actually physically go outside, not just look through the windows, but physically go out there and see if I can see anything around 11. Most people seem to post midnight last night. And this would be a great thing if I could get that little puffy thing working, but it didn't seem to want to work too much for me. It's not too bad though, actually, for just a layer of secondary foliage in here. It could be worse, I guess. Try a little bit with a straw. Okay, that looks a little bit like bushes. Probably instead they have a little more green at the top. I'll put some on the side and I can try and add it. And we're going to try and come through with that bright yellow. Yeah, but that was so nice. We happened to be just stuck dead there for a couple minutes, and I got quite a few photos of this, and it was just so pretty. So, score one for me. What I'm trying to do is get some of the green at the top where the light would be hitting it. Yeah, you know, same here, Emer. I am, you know, it's the one thing maybe we're being surrounded by trees is not as much of a good thing as it usually is, but I'll see. On the other hand, that is a nice separation layer. Oh, disconnected and reconnected, huh? Okay, now we're going to get in here. I'm going to see if I can get some Just this bright yellow. Oh, if I can clear the nozzle first. These are flowers they use for some kind of oil. I'm not sure. Oh, Kapahimi! Hello! Thanks for coming back to see me. Yeah, I was just saying this is a view out the window when we were driving home, but we were stuck. So, you know, waiting to make a turn. So I was able to grab some photos of these fields of these yellow flowers under kind of a stormy sky, and just thought I'd recreate it here if I can. Yeah, there we go. We'll get some other yellows in here. I don't have that problem, but I got trees that are as tall as 3 stories. Very tall trees. Oops, oh, that does not want to come out of there. There's still some in there. I'm going to say it's probably clogged then. Let's unclog it. And put some of this color down in here. You might get just a little bit of that green, but there might be enough that comes over in there. Actually, there's some left on there. I'm going to try to, I don't want too much of the green, but you know, surprisingly there is a bit. This isn't swiping as well as I thought it would. Swipe through here a few times. Get that together. I'm trying to do the transition here between these two areas. Flip that one. Let's see if I can just start. It's hard to start sometimes in the middle on a swipe. Okay, and we got paint over the whole thing there. Let's see if I can tilt that a bit without wrecking everything else I just did. I'm more looking at everything else and not exactly what I'm tilting. Actually, I don't think that's going to work as well, so let's just keep on with the stick then. Good, that's pulling that paint up there. Let's see if we can just give it a little texture this way. Yeah, actually, that's not doing too bad texture-wise. We'll get up there more with the yellow, though. See, there's a little bit of a bald spot here. That's occurred. Let's try and get that green over there. There we go. We'll get down here near the bottom. The paint gets a little thin. You guys still see this okay? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Humor. I'm just going to double check what you guys are saying. Oh, that's very bright, isn't it? Let me tone down that. You know, what happened was it wasn't quite as bright when I came out here. Let me just configure this video. See if we can get this a little better. Oh gosh, we have sunny showers all the time here, Humor, just constantly. Surprised there's not one going right now. Okay, I redid the exposure on that. Let's see how that works. Yeah, that's a little closer to reality there. And we're a little crooked too, aren't we? Well, these things get out of whack sometimes. All right, I'm going to zoom in a little bit too. Don't need quite as much room on either side. So this is more what we're seeing at the moment. That looks more correct. So what I want to do, I think at this point, is I'm going to put this to one side, and then after it dries, I'm going to put some foreground trees in here, but I don't want to do it now. This paint's too wet and too volatile to try and do something like that with. I'll just fix a little of these trees that have blobbed a little bit back here, and then I'm going to set this one aside till probably till it dries. So tomorrow, probably tomorrow, now that it's hot like this. When in the colder times it was taking a lot longer for them to the paint to dry, but when it's hot like this, it doesn't take more than a day usually. One more in here. Okay. Well, that's pretty much what I remember seeing. Like I said, just a few foreground trees there once that dries, and that's pretty much it. So I'm very pleased with that. Wait, I see one more thing. There's a little thing up here. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's a bit of paint or an air bubble. Sometimes you get that debris in there and then it dries in there. You'll get a big old lump on my paint.